Hi guys, it's Mina. Welcome back. Welcome back to the silliness. Last week we did an experiment of doing a straight pour with a dirty cup with thicker paint, and it seemed to be working fantastically beautifully, and then Zen jumped up into it last week. So I want to try that again without the cat this time. So let me show you my colors real quick and then we'll go ahead and get started. First I have Golden's Prussian Blue. Beautiful, beautiful, thick, delicious color, leaving a mound on a mound. Very pretty. I love the way the Prussian Blue dries. It's amazing color. Next we have our Deco Americana Decor Metallics in 24 karat gold, also leaving a mound on a mound. It's interesting. Is it the something's making noise? Okay, then we have Quinacridone Violet, also from Golden's. Such a pretty color, very bright. It's like a berry color, but very bright. Really cool. I like this one a lot, and I love it with the blue and with the violet. Next one we have is also Golden's, is Permanent Deep Violet. Beautiful, beautiful color. Okay, and then I also have Deco Americana Decor Satin Enamels in pure white. I have one cup of this that is leaving a mound on a mound. And I have another cup that's much thinner for my base coat. So I was watching one of the videos they did the other day, and the base coat was really thick. So I was definitely trying to be cognizant of that this time. This is not leaving, it's pretty much disappearing as soon as it hits the surface. So this is much thinner than that. This is going to be the base coat. Okay, we're going to do a straight pour. And now I'm worried this is still too thick. I'm going to thin that out just a touch, because it is pretty thick. Okay. That's probably a teaspoon of paint. Yes, teaspoon of water, sorry. I'm so glad you're here, honey. Okay. All right. All right, that's better. Okay, so let's get that out of the way. We're going to layer our cup again. I'm going to use this blue as the base again, and we're probably gonna. Okay, so this is a 24 by 24 gallery wrapped canvas. For a 24 by 24, you need roughly 20.57 ounces of paint to cover the canvas. So this cup is a 16 ounce to there. So when I fill it up, it's probably about 20 ounces. So we're going to fill up one of these, and I'm not going to use more than that. So here we go. Okay, so about a third of a cup of the Prussian Blue. So, okay, that's a little more than a third. This is a dirty cup versus a layered cup. A layered cup, I would be pouring it down the side. For the dirty cup, I'm going to pour it in from up high right into the center. Okay. Go with some of the Quinacridone Violet now. Okay, we'll put a little bit of our Permanent Deep Violet in there. A little bit of white. A bit more gold. Another shot of our Prussian Blue. Quinacridone. I want to put white in there, but I don't want to put too much white in there because the straight pour blends. So if there's a lot of white in there, then it's going to muddy up all of those colors, or at least dull them down, which I don't want it to do. All right, I'm going to put one more shot of gold in, and then we're going to do one shot of white from up high. Okay. Woo! That was exciting. This is so pretty. There's like this Prussian Blue, and then there's this layer of this gold mixed with the Quinacridone, and there's some little gold cells coming up on top of there. I don't know if you can see on top of the cup. Really, really pretty. Okay, look at that cell. Wow. Okay, let's move that out of the way. We'll get our base coat and put our base coat down. So this is the one that was much thinner. You see, this was the other consistency that we were pouring with, was leaving a mound on a mound. I know these are white and it's hard to see, sorry, but that one's much thinner. Okay, so let's put our base coat down. Like I said, this is a 24 by 24 gallery wrapped canvas. That out of the way. Spread this out. So I'm glad I have the base coat thinner this time. Because like I said earlier, I think that the thicker base coat really, it didn't help me. I mean, it didn't hurt a lot, but it wasn't actually helping me do anything. So I felt like I was fighting it. And also in terms of smoothing it out, it's a lot easier to smooth it out if it's thinner. All right, that's good. Our base coat is down. Let's move these. You guys ready? We're gonna do a straight pour in a dirty cup with thick paint. There we go. All right. Oh, I didn't tell you guys about the color palette. Oh my gosh, I can't even believe it. Okay, so while that develops for a second, let me get the card. So this morning when I was trying to figure out which colors I wanted to use for this, I kept going back and forth, and then I saw Gina's cards, her Go Make Some Art with Gina DeLuca Fluid Art Inspiration cards. And she has these really cool bonus color palettes. So I was looking through them, and I found this one, which pretty closely matches what I wanted to do and actually made me think about using the Quinacridone Violet for that pinker color. So check these out if you haven't already. They're really, really cool. She's got all these different pours from her videos and lots of different bonus color palettes you can use, and they're really, really fun. A lot of fun to look at, a lot of fun to go through them, and of course each one corresponds to one of her videos, so you can, like this one was a flip and drag, and she gives you the video number, and then she gives you the color palette, and there's a picture, and then it's just really, really cool. And then these colors in here work with these colors, so it's another color palette. It's very fun. And that one looks like a lot of fun. We might have to do another flip and drag. So anyway, check out Gina's cards. I believe it's ginadeluca.net. I'll check that for you though for sure. But these are really, really cool. Her Go Make Some Art with Gina DeLuca Fluid Art Inspiration cards. So definitely check those out. And we're using one of these color palettes, this one here on the bottom. The Prussian Blue. The purple I'm using is the Permanent Deep Violet. Then I have Quinacridone Violet, 24 karat gold, and the white. So check those out. We're gonna give you this a torch now. Put these away, because I don't want to get them dirty. Okay, so now some cells have started to come up in here. We're still gonna torch it, but I'm gonna turn it because my paint likes to travel that way no matter what we do. So I made gravity work for me and let it slide down that way now. Dropping air bubbles. Let any cells that want to come up, come up. Let me see a few more. Okay, so the last one of these that we did, the one Zen jumped into, it was really, really pretty. I felt like I tilted off a lot of the really cool parts though, and I don't want to do that this time. So I want to be careful with my tilting and go slow and make a really, really beautiful painting. So I don't know if I like this little brain that's happening in there.
What are we going to do tonight, Pinky?
Same thing we do every night. Okay, I'm just gonna give this a bit of a swirl. There we go, that's better. Okay. All right, we've torched it. We've got a nice liquidy base coat. Let's stretch this out and open it up. It's gonna be very pretty. The Prussian Blue with that Permanent Deep Violet is an amazing combination. And the Quinacridone Violet, which I've recently started using, adds a lot of warmth, brightens it up a little bit and keeps it from getting too dark. So with a straight pour, you see all these cells that are there, The more we tilt it back and forth, the more those are going to grow. So every time we go back and forth, those are going to get a little bit bigger. So now I'm kind of going to go down off that corner a little more. Come back. I'm going to go down this corner. Nice and slow. Come back to the center. And we're going to take it down that way to that corner. It's going to start eating itself a little bit. I think I'm actually going to go off that corner because I want to hook that Prussian blue on there and have that be the background and the base right there. Come back to the center. I'm going to go down off of that corner now. So this is a straight pour. There's no silicone in my paint. I don't like silicone. Pain in the butt to clean off. Come back to the center again. And see how this is opening up now and those cells are getting bigger. Now we're going to go down that corner. On the edge. Bring it back to the middle. Down off of that corner. Okay. So before I move it, and before I move it back to the center, let's look at it for a second and see if there's something, if I like this or if I don't like it. I think I do. I'm glad that I swirled it with my stick because it's actually pretty neat right now. Versus before it was a little bit wonky. All right, so since I do like that and I don't want to tilt it off, if I wanted to tilt it off, now would be the time to do it while I still have a lot of paint on my canvas. But since I don't want to tilt it off, we're going to bring it a little bit back more towards center. Let me go this way. Maybe we'll go up just a little bit. That's pretty cool. Stretch out that bottom corner just a little bit and open it up. Because there's still a little bit too much paint on here. Take that bottom edge off. That's good. Bring it back to center. We're going to do the same thing to that corner now that it's back in the middle. Kind of go down and take off those sort of blurry lines. Okay. Bring it back to the middle. Look at all those pretty cells. Straight pour from up high. Do not need silicone to get cells. So that's really pretty. I like it a lot. I think I'm going to leave that one right there. So that's it for that one. That's pretty neat. I think that's probably the top. So let me turn it around so you guys can see it. So So this is really cool. I like what's happening up here. I love all of these cells. I love how beautiful and round and perfect they are. So I thought about moving this up a little bit higher, but if I did that, it's going to distort all these pretty little cells, which I don't want to do. So we're going to leave this like this. I think it's really cool. I was tempted to run my pointy stick thingy through some of this, but we're just going to let it dry and let it do its thing and see how it looks, because it's pretty neat and it sort of matches those same white and blue cells coming off this way. So, but I love this dark Prussian blue. I love that gold mixed with the Quinacridone Violet is really pretty. That's that sort of magenta pink bronzy sort of color. Very cool with the Prussian blue and the permanent deep violet. Just pretty, beautiful, very pretty. So we have white cells coming up because I put down a white base coat. Next time I'll use a gold base coat. So anyway, this was very cool. I will show you guys when it dries, and I'm going to do everything I can to keep Zen away from it. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I'll see you when it's dry. Okay, so this is the next day. You guys, I am in love. This turned out so cool. Just beautiful. It's not dry yet. The edges are dry, but the center is still very, very wet. We are having a whole week of rain and cold. So I don't expect it to dry for a couple more days. But I will show you on Sunday when it's completely dry. But I wanted to show you guys. It's still exactly the same as how I left it, so nothing has changed. Nothing has landed in it, thankfully. No cats, no bugs. Just beautiful. Look at these cells in here. Just this amazingness. These beautiful big pebble cells. Really cool with the stripes in the middle of them. Just awesome. And all this is from a straight pour. There's no silicone in my paint. Over here you can see that beautiful Prussian blue and the permanent deep violet and the Quinacridone crimson. There's the center. I like how it turned out, very cloudy, very pretty. So this is awesome, you guys. Huge thank yous to Gina DeLuca for her fluid art inspiration cards. Really awesome. I wish that they had those existed when I started painting, but you know, check them out. Go check out her website at ginadeluca.net. She's awesome. We love Gina. Gina was the first paint pouring video I ever watched, and it absolutely blew my mind. It was a straight pour too. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I will see you for the next one. Have a beautiful day.